andyan ka pala. Andito naman ako, and yes, there's all these twigs. Let me see. And I'm here in the snow right now, and I just want to do a video on reasons why I am a pro LECA plant mama. So, tara! So the first one, why I am pro LECA, is because there's no more mosquito gnats. So as you all know, mosquito gnats thrive, or they love moist soil. So in LECA, though it is, you can tell like it's wet because it's always have some water at the bottom, as in passive hydro. So it's passively wet with a wick or by the LECA balls themselves that is touching the water, but there's no substrate for the gnats to lay their eggs in or on. So yeah, so that's my number one. And I actually learned my source for passive hydro and LECA is inrooredlove and Jenna of root and stem _ So yeah, I'm gonna link their links below, their Instagram, so you can also learn from them. And the second one is that there's no more guessing game of when to water it. If the reservoir is empty, then it's time for me to water. And if there's still water, there's no need to water. You get what I mean? So you no more sticking of my finger in the soil, no more dirty nails. And then those moisture meter, I did have one, but in my experience, I don't find it very effective because it's only measuring the area where I stick the meter in. But if it's a bigger pot, I need to stick multiple holes. Though the pro on that one, it also helps with aeration of the soil. And speaking of aeration, so my number 3 reason why I like LECA is that it's very airy, because as you can see, they're balls, so there's gaps in between them. It's never compact, so aeration is good. So there goes 3 reasons. And then another reason is that, going back to what I said, no more guessing of when to water it. So my main reason why I ventured out into LECA is that because me and my husband, basically my family and my sister as well including, we love to travel at least twice a year, like a week off or 2 weeks off sometimes. So I do have a bunch of plants, and if ever I would ask someone to water them and they were in soil, I think most of them will die. And I don't want that burden on that person who is actually willing to help me water them or take care of them as we are away, that, oh, I killed them because I overwatered them. No, it's not their fault. So now with the LECA, if I can just tell them, hey, just pour in some water, like filtered water from my Brita Filter, to those that are almost dry or like the reservoir is dry. So easier, right? No need to like, oh, water this, touch this, also I don't have to burden them on that one. So mainly that's the main reason why I opted for LECA. Another reason, I think, what reason are we now? Number 6, my Hoyas love them. So far, me and LECA, I started transitioning them last year, like around October, November of last year. So we're going strong. 1 year in. This is actually the first winter, though we're in California, it's not really winter. This is our first winter in LECA. So we shall see on an update for spring how we did. And another reason why I love LECA is that I find it that I don't have another reason is that the glass bowls that I'm using, they're $1. I got them from Dollar Tree. So I'm actually saving more than buying pots from big box stores or those cute ceramic pots that has holes in them. So I just go to dollar store and get my glass bowls for $1 each, plus tax, of course, plus tax. And another reason is that I have met most of you guys because of LECA. Well, technically because of Hoyas and plants. But yeah, but of course there's also cons. I'm not just here to kind of fluff up or to raise up the why we all love LECA, because I did watch people post why they hate. Like, hate for me is such a strong word. So Yeah, so the only cons that I would say is that that's cute. Okay, the cons that I would say with LECA is that the initial cost is high because obviously you're dumping all the soil and you need to get all these 50-liter bags. I can insert a picture here or here of LECA bags, so you can. But the cheapest way to get it is from your local hydroponic store. But so again, the con is that initial money cost is high because you have to change everything. And then also I've heard some people about the nutrients and the pH level. If you're anal about those stuff, me, I don't even check my pH level. I'm more of I assess and I treat if I have to kind of thing. Right, nurses? I see you, nurses. You get what I mean? Numbers are just numbers, but you look at the patient. So basically, look at your plants. Numbers are just numbers. It'll be nice if it's perfect by the book and your patient or your plant is also perfect. But for me, I look at the patient or the plants themselves. So that's some of the reasons that I've read or I've listened to, or like why they hate it. But it can also be true if that doesn't fit into your routine. I think that's Jillian screaming. So another reason is that when the roots actually go down, like gets out of the reservoir and gets out of the nursery pot and in touching the water in the reservoir, they say that roots rot. So in my experience so far, I have not seen that unless I'm transitioning it freshly from soil to LECA. Then I do notice that, but that's when flushing actually comes in. It's very important that you flush it out because obviously rot, dead roots, you want to flush it out. And if you have to pull it out, rinse it again and stick it back out. But again, it all depends if that suits your routine, your life routine, because obviously you still have to live. And me, I do have, I think more than 200 plants, I'm not sure, but I have a lot of plants in LECA. Like 95% of my plants now are in LECA, and it works for me. I flush them, especially the new ones once a week. But then once they're established, I only flush them actually once a month now because I have a daughter, I have work, I have life, and there's K-drama, you guys. And of course, I like interacting with you guys too on Instagram, and hopefully I'll be more interactive here on YouTube too. So I guess that's all I can say right now regarding why I am a pro LECA. I hope you are too, but if not, I hope you find the substrate or the media that works for you and your plant babies. So I hope you learned something from me, and if you have additional info, write them down below. And my question is, are you a pro LECA or an anti-LECA? If you are an anti-LECA, what substrate or media do you prefer? There's a bunch, and let me know. Again, follow us on Instagram at Julians_plant_corner. Kita tayo doon. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey you guys, by the way, I'm almost 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Help me spread the word. Let's get 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And may you always be blessed. Lamig!